especially recently. Most of you know me, but for the few that don't, my name is Jeff. I'm a writer, designer, publisher at Cool Beans Publishing. I'm creator of TrueAwesome.com. It's a social media site that has all the tools to fuel your awesome life. And that being said, I make money by doing dry cleaners, both in stores and I deliver. It's a lot of fun. So why did I leave with I'm a dry cleaner? Well, according to Tony Robbins, we are who we think we are. Okay? I don't see myself as dry cleaner. That's how I make money right now. It works. It's working for me. It probably won't work too much longer, but it does work. So today, I want to talk to you about 6 things that I'm doing to make my life better today. Okay? And how many of you here are living the perfect life?
No one raises their hand.
If you died today, you took your last breath right now, who's gonna be okay? Who's all right with that?
Oh, that I'm okay with.
Me personally, I think I could be a little bit better, just a little bit, but I'm working on it every day. And I probably would be okay if I dropped that right now, other than I would hate that I didn't get to say this to you. But there's so much more that I have, and there's things that I'm working on. And the first one is, I'm going to start in a better place. Okay? To make your life better, you have to start it in a better place, starting first thing in the morning. Okay? Before you get out of bed, take just a few minutes to connect with your higher power, whatever that higher power is. It could be God, it could be Buddha, it could be the universe, it could be source, whatever you want to call that higher power that you have within you and around you. Be thankful for the many blessings that you have already. Me personally, I luxury in the fact that I have my beautiful bed. I love my bed. Love my bed. It's my favorite place in the whole wide world. Typically, if you could possibly think about the person that's cuddled up next to you, or a fur baby, as in my case, I have little Teddy, and he's normally licking my face, saying, "Hey, I need to go out. Hey, come on." Making me smile.
Oh, that's good.
The mission is to set your focus on what is right, what's right in your life. You know, so many times we wake up and we pick up that to-do list. We pick up whatever it is that we have to do. And I can tell you that after doing this for about 2 months now, it has completely changed how my day shapes. Okay, through everything I'm doing, through everything that's been crazy, my crazy life, it still makes it better because I started at a better place. The second thing you need to do, preferably in the morning, you need to get centered, okay? It can be as little as 5 minutes or as much as an hour, but make it a daily practice before you leave the house that you sit, get still, and focus on your breathing. I tend to do this little meditation instead of many little meditations instead of a big one because I can't focus that long. My mind won't let me sit for 15 minutes. I think of 50 million things I need to do, and it starts to stress me. So I found this really great one. Okay, and may I suggest doing with your morning coffee. Okay, so grab your coffee, because all meditation is a single-minded focus. So why can't the folks do the great cup of coffee that I'm getting ready to drink, right?
Yes. He wants it.
Smell the coffee. Wake up and smell the coffee. Think of how good that coffee is, how wonderful it is, how it feels going down your throat, how the warmth on your hands is there, how it tastes, how it smells, how it feels, how it warms your body, how everything seems to be okay. And most people, if you're coffee drinkers, everyone knows not to mess with you before your first cup of coffee anyways, right? Right? I know I learned that at a very young age. You don't mess with anybody before your first cup of coffee. So you can do this, and it's really quite simple. Just to focus, just for a few minutes, to focus that mind. So that way it's focused not on what you have to do, what you have to get done, and everything that you have going on for that day. You're just focusing on what is there, and training that mind that you are more than the thought that you're going to think next. Because trust me, as soon as you put down that coffee, you're going to think of 50 million things that you need to do right then. Am I right?
Yep.
All right, so the next thing I've been doing lately, is I get inspired. Okay? After you center yourself and I take some time to get inspired, I listen to a TED Talk or an Abraham Hicks video or a Joyce Meyer's video, or Tony Robbins, or any number of inspirational leaders that you can find. Okay? The best way I found to do this is to go on YouTube and search whatever is bothering me in that moment. It could be the relationship I have with my ex now, or the money issues, or whatever that is that I'm having problems with. And I go and I search it, and I see a whole list of people that talk about it, and I play one. And I've carried it in my phone. It's on my phone because we all have phones that you can carry around. And just listen to it as I'm brushing my teeth and walking around the house and doing whatever I'm gonna do, right? I'm not so focused on it that I can't do anything. I'm just kind of, it's here, it's in the back of my mind, and things percolate like that. So as I'm, going through my normal basic morning. Okay. The next one starts to get a little harder. Okay? So that kind of all happens before I leave the house. Or it might be on the way into work. I listen to a lot of stuff on the way into work. I listen to a lot of stuff when I'm driving. The next thing you need to do is change your standards. Okay, this one's a little harder. Okay. One reason that I stayed in my past relationship so long is because my ex did so much of the mundane things that I hate doing. Okay? He loved doing laundry. Loved it. His way of keeping busy, he didn't like computers, so his way of keeping busy was to do the dishes. Or clean the bathroom.
Nice.
Or, give me a foot massage. I mean, this is what... Yeah, he was wonderful. There were so many wonderful, great, wonderful things about him that it was hard for me to give up. Because the bad was there, but there was so much good, and I always want to see the good. I always want to see the good. But what I realized is that became a standard, that my standard became that I couldn't do these things for myself. So I couldn't make my bed, I couldn't change my sheets, I couldn't wash a load of dishes or a load of laundry for me, okay? I am fully capable, I lived 8 years without this person, I am fully capable of taking care of myself. I realized that I was capable of doing everything that he was doing just as well as he was doing it, if not better. So, my new standard is that my living room is where I stay. Everyone has their little perches. Mine's my living room. And for the longest time, actually since I moved into this new house, there was stuff everywhere. It was never really organized. It was never really done. So my standard was my living room is clean now. It's vacuumed, it's cleaned. That's my new standard for me. There's nothing on my table. And sometimes it's that little piece that starts everything else. We had the snowstorm. He would be the one that normally would shovel snow. I can tell you in the last year, I probably shoveled snow twice. I shoveled 4 times on Sunday alone. Because I could. And I kept telling myself, I can do these things. Mm-hmm. And I need my driveway shovel because I have to work in the morning, and I know I don't want to do it in the morning. So I kept going out. At 11 o'clock, I did it again. And I still had to go out. You know how it worked this week. So after you change your standard, you can change your perception. On Tuesday and Friday, the reason I actually told you I do work for a dry cleaner on Tuesday and Fridays, I go and I deliver dry cleaning. Okay, I drive in circles out by the lakes, and my joke was always, it's my 2 days I just to drive around in circles all day. I get dizzy because I did for a long time. I would get dizzy because it's up in circular driveways, in the circular streets, in the circular roads that don't make any sense, and I was lost all the time. I finally got to know where the route is, and I'm getting much better at it. But now I decided I was going to listen to some Abraham Hicks while I was doing it, okay? And start getting I had this time, this big space, hours that I was by myself, and that I could fill somehow. And I decided to fill it with inspiration, okay? And I would get clarity about what was going on. And it was in one of these moments that I started seeing the beauty of everything around me. It was the sun on my face, the view of the lakes, or the way the sun glistened on snow, making it look like there were stars on a field of white. These are now my inspiration days. I spend half of the day listen to Abraham Hicks or Tony Robbins or somebody because you can only listen to Abraham Hicks for so long before you say, okay, I heard it. I get it. I get it. I know what you're saying. I have to move to somebody else. So I've been listening to Tony Robbins a little bit more. And then the other half of the day, because I'm in the car and I do have my phone, I say, who do I need to talk to? Who do I need to inspire? Who can I touch today with just a phone call? And someone will pop up. It's been a myriad of different people. It's been my brother that I haven't seen in probably 2 months. It's been my mom sometimes. It's been various different people. And every time I make that phone call, every single time, I know that I make a difference. Every single time. And the only difference that changed in and I look forward to these days now, where I used to dread them. There are 7 o'clock in the morning start time. I don't get home until 7 o'clock at night, generally. And I used to dread every minute of this. Especially if it was snowing or anything. Now I love these days. I can't wait for Tuesday because I get inspired. I get all this inspiration. I get to inspire other people somehow, some way. And it has changed me. It has changed my life. Because then I go and I take inspired action. Which led me to my final stop. I think this is one of the things that when you talk about law of attraction, things like that, the law of attraction leaders, it kind of gets skimmed over. It's all about changing your thoughts, changing your thoughts, changing your thoughts, changing your thoughts. But if you don't take action on those thoughts, it's not going to help you.
So true.
And the idea is to have a better thought process going on. Because a lot of times you can be spinning in that, I hate Tuesdays. I'm driving around circles, I get dizzy, or I can't wait to go in on Tuesday, I get inspired, I can inspire somebody, who am I going to talk to? What miracles am I going to see? Someone is going to come up. What am I going to see today? How am I going to be blessed? How can I bless somebody else? And that's how my Tuesday and Fridays are now. I literally think, how am I going to be blessed and how am I going to bless somebody else? The job's there. I still do the same job. I still do it with the same boss that doesn't necessarily like me. I don't necessarily like him. It kind of works. So I bless him and thank him that he's there, that he pays me to go around and drive this big, huge van because I drive little cars. And one of the things in one of these trips, as I knew my relationship was over, and you know when relationships are over, you have all these dreams and all these things that you were working on and you were going for it and you're getting there. But those were all gone. So what's next? And it was in one of these days that it came to me. I asked my higher power, so what's next for me? What do you want from me? Obviously this isn't working, so what do you want? And I heard clear as day, as if you were talking to me right here, that you need to get an RV and you need to travel the country for a year. I'm like, okay, I don't have an RV, I don't have any money, I don't have, I don't know how to drive an RV. I drive little cars. I'm in my car that I have now, my PT Cruiser is a little too big for me. I like things even smaller than that. So, but I'm driving this big old van around every day. Twice a day, I'm driving this big old van, and I'm realizing they paid me to learn how to drive this big old van. Oh,
that's good.
And they taught me how to drive. I know how to use my mirrors. I know how to back up now. I'm getting much better, and I haven't hit a house in a while. So, my first time I hit a house, guys, it was bad.
Oh, no.
But I hit to go, and I started, the first thoughts are always, well, I can't do this. That's crazy. What are you doing? Because any big change starts with that, because you always get that resistance up first. But somehow I knew this was the right thing. And I knew because I heard it from my higher power. And when I tell you I heard it, it was like they were sitting next to me saying, get an RV. Go, right now. So, I have this website called TrueAwesome.com. That lacked focus. It was one of the big problems. And I realized that it had all the tools I needed to create the life that I wanted, right? It has a blogging system, so I get to talk to you guys about everything I'm doing on a weekly basis. This talk, actually the actual talk, will be on TrueAwesome.com later today, along with the video. We will have It has a way to go in and do funding, so you can actually donate to the cause. There's a way to do sales. You can actually do, if I wanted to do sales, if I wanted to do t-shirts and stuff like that, that's still there. And I had these tools, but I wasn't using them correctly. And what I challenge you to do is look at the things that you have around you and see what tools you have to make your life better. Okay? So, for me, that was my inspired action, and that's my journey. I have something for you, an inspired action for you. This week, I want you to take a vacation from your normal routine. I want you to look around and pretend you're here from out of town and looking at the sights for the first time. Okay? Take a different way home from work. It could be that simple. Take a different way home and think about it as in, look at what's beautiful around. Take a picture. You do when, you know, you drive around, if you've gone on a road trip, you've taken a picture out the window. I know I have. And I found that this is the best way to change how you're thinking about things. That the things around you are so pretty. Maybe it's you go for a walk.
That's great.
You go for a walk downtown and you, with your camera, and your intent is to take a picture of something beautiful, of something pretty, something that catches you. Maybe it's a person, maybe it's anything. Maybe it's a mural that you never saw. Maybe it's a little piece of architecture that you didn't see. But take that vacation from your normal routine, your everyday routine, and I can promise you, hopefully that action will help you see your world slightly differently, and you take action towards your true awesome life too. Thank you, everyone.